What's up, everybody? This is Erica from the Classy Climb blog. I'm doing one on Unstuck. Why? Because it's that time of the year where people make resolutions. It's the time of the year our church is doing a sermon on Unstuck. It's the time of the year that people are saying they want something different. You know, the elections just happened and people are still crying about Donald Trump and where were these 19 million voters that all of a sudden came out and all of a sudden needed to change the country, right? And so with that being said it's momentum. You know, it's like waking a giant. Sometimes people don't realize they're stuck. They don't realize that they've reached a limit potential or that they reached the income potential or that their credit's janky and it's really going to affect them when they really need a crunch time. Same thing goes with business. Same thing goes with life. You have to really review and track where you are. And sometimes people will go, what do you mean review and track? What I mean when I say review and track is some people won't look at themselves or look at their situation or look at their life, because what happens when you do that? You start blaming someone or taking ultimate responsibility. And when we get to a certain age, we can't own our parents and our family and our job, and people are blaming everyone but themselves, right? And that's the key. Like when we start asking people, well, why are you there? Well, how'd you get there? What are you gonna do? What happened? You know, like it makes them have to either blame someone else or blame themselves. And so no one wants to blame themselves, of course. It's always someone else's fault. It's Obama's fault. It's Bush's fault. It's Clinton's fault. And the funny thing is, these are the same people who've been working the same jobs, the same levels, and been stuck for years. And all of a sudden it's Obama's fault. It's Obama's fault I'm here. Well, really, it wasn't Obama's fault. It was just time. Like at some point in time, you making $10 an hour since you've been 20, and then all of a sudden now you're 35 with 4 kids. It's Obama's fault? No, it's your fault. You know the differences that you needed to make along the way. And even old myths, right? We're teaching people and teaching young people old myths. If you just go to school and work hard and get a degree and do these things, everything will be rosy. And a lot of students, instead of saying, take a minute, review that, work hard, get a degree that pays well, or get a skill that pays well, and then you'll get those things. People are just broad brushing things and then getting stuck and don't know what to do next. Same thing when you meet people online who all of a sudden go, well, Eric, I need to make $5,000 next month. Well, you know what? You don't have $5,000 a month skill yet. And that's just the truth of it. Because if you had it, you'd already be making it. Right? Okay, same thing when it comes to people who I wanted to make a business and make it go crazy, popping crazy. Like, yeah, I can get you tons of leads. We can go make lead magnets. We can go, get traffic off Craigslist and all these different places. But at the end of the day, like, do you have the skill set to convert all these things? Not everybody does. I was just looking at my inbox of YouTube messages where people are leaving me vile and hateful and ugly messages. And I laughed while you're calling me a fat heifer and a this and a that. At the end of the day, these are the same people who are looking it up. You didn't just find me. You had to look up your problem, which your problem was probably money shortage, business issues, whatever it may be. And so instead of using all that frustration and anger to take extreme responsibility, you want to mock people or make ugly comments on their channel. And I think it's hilarious because all it spots out is that, like, it's someone else's fault that I'm here. It's someone else's fault that I'm here. No, it's not. It's your fault. Your life. If your life sucks, it's because you suck. If you want your life to stop sucking, then maybe you should do things so that it doesn't. Instead of people saying, this is where I am and this is where I want to be, a lot of people imagine they're somewhere else. And it's like, no, you don't live twice. You've just missed a big boat of years here. And I think, when people talk about midlife crisis, I think that's kind of funny. But I think what happens is they get uncomfortable. They're like, oh my God, things that used to work don't work anymore. And I'm stuck. So, this video is a collection of thoughts, but at the end of the day, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling disconnected to where you think you should be, then let's work on where you should be. Let's write out where you want to go, the time frame for you to get there, and how do we get there? What is the end goal of our life? Now, there was a sermon I listened to the other day. It said, do you want a comfortable life or you want a life with growth? Because those are two different things. Now, a comfortable life is You know, we're praying, Lord, take away all our problems, make everything easy, make our life at home easy, make work easy, make everything easy. But when you say you want to have this huge life takes risks. Huge life takes risks. It takes risks and it takes challenges. And so all these people sitting at home thinking, you know, UPS is going to send you a guy, or UPS is going to send you a girl, or God's going to drop somebody in your lap, or he's just going to drop magic money from the computer because you saw somebody else make money online, so certainly it should be easy and you can do it too. Dude, I mean, I put in like 2-3 years. And people will be like, yeah, can you message me a question? No, bitch, I can't message you no question. Like, you can pay the button and talk to me. You can pay the button and talk to me, or you can pay the button and talk to me. Like, you think that people should stop what they're doing and take care of you. And that is why you're where you're at. That is why whatever you're doing right now is not working and you're looking for answers. And so that's the funniness of life, is that people think, well, people should just stop and help me. They should stop what they're doing and help me. And I remember one time my mom's car broke down on the road. And she walked all the way. This is like, she didn't have a cell phone at the time. I don't know why she didn't, but she didn't. And she had on nice shoes and she was nicely dressed. And she walked all the way home and she said, and it was only about a mile, but she was like, I can't believe no one stopped to help me the whole time. And my brother was like, well, Mom, people sometimes are just jerks. Sometimes people are just jerks, Mom. Like, people don't stop to help, and it's not their fault. I mean, we live in a time where you think a nice lady dressed nicely leaving an event should get a ride home if something happens to her car. Yes, but that doesn't always work that way, does it? It just doesn't. So look, everybody, this is Erica from the Classy Climb. What are some things you should do if you're stuck? Listen, take a minute, figure out why you're stuck, you know, kind of pinpoint where you're at. Is it financial? Is it business? Is it creativity? Some of you are in jobs you hate. You know, some of you are wanting more out of life, but you're scared what others are going to think about you. Hey, they threw rocks at Jesus. Okay, they were bad-mouthing Jesus, who only did nice things. So they're going to bad-mouth you regardless. So go live your life. But staying stuck and refusing to grow, refusing to do something different, is making a prison of your own. And life's too short to live like that. So, everybody, this is Erica, Classy Climb Blog.